What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining me once again on another episode on this channel. In today's episode, let's talk about Terminator Dark Fate producer James Cameron. James Cameron recently spoke about Avatar losing the #1 spot all time at the box office to Avengers Endgame, and he expresses some relief. And I know that Avengers Endgame broke the #1 spot at the box office, but in all honesty, if you account for inflation, Avatar is still about $500 million ahead of Avatar at the all-time box office. But since we're just going on nominal numbers, it is what it is. Avatar, #1. We get it. James Cameron. This man may be the greatest filmmaker of all time. He's in the top 3 for sure. The man is fantastic. He's only made like 8 movies total that he's directed, and Avatar was one of them. But here's the thing. James Cameron, he's had 2 movies that were #1 all time at the box office. 2 out of 8 movies he's directed. One is Titanic, and the other one, Avatar, of course. And many people do regard Terminator 2 Judgment Day as one of the greatest movies of all time. But let's kind of dive into what James Cameron had to say about losing out to Avengers Endgame. And this was in relation to him coming out and making the Avatar sequels. He says this: "It gives me a lot of hope. Avengers Endgame is demonstrable proof that people will still go to the movie theaters. The thing that scared me most about Avatar 2 and 3 was that the market might have shifted so much that it simply was no longer possible to get people that excited about going and sitting in a dark room with a bunch of strangers to watch something." Now, the thing about Avengers Endgame was it took 22, 23 movies to get to that point. And in all honesty, Avengers Infinity War was so great. It set up Avengers Endgame so perfectly, people had to go out and see it. I mean, I was blown away by Infinity War. I really was. Now, Endgame wasn't as good as Infinity War, but I still did like it. So, but it was a build up and it was a conclusion of everything. So they build it up as you have to watch Avengers Endgame because there's not going to be anything like this ever again in the MCU. And they were right. From everything we've been getting from the MCU since then, everything we've heard, looks like the MCU is pretty much on the decline now. So that's the only reason why I think Avatar lost out to Endgame. Now you have to remember, when Avatar came out back in 2009, it was groundbreaking technology that sold the movie. Now, it didn't have any other movies to follow up on because James Cameron is a filmmaking genius. He just is. Anything that James Cameron touches, he directs, it turns into box office gold. He's just that fantastic. Now, do I think that the Avatar sequels can actually surpass Avengers Endgame at the box office? I don't know. I don't know about that. Now, I'm the one that will never doubt James Cameron. The man is just too great to doubt. But he may be just about 5 years too late as far as breaking the all-time box office record again with Avatar. James Cameron, he makes his sequels very far apart. It's going to be a 10-year, actually, when this movie comes out, because this movie's coming out in 2021, it will have been 12 years between Avatar 1 and Avatar 2. Now, people don't even remember this, but Terminator 1 and Terminator 2, that was a 7-year gap. And I believe that Terminator is really the only sequel James Cameron has made. And then James Cameron left Terminator 1991. Now he's coming back, 28, 29 years later as a producer on Terminator Dark Fate. So the man really doesn't do sequels at all, really. He doesn't really direct much either. But it may be just a little bit too late for that. Now, Avatar at the box office, Avatar 2 is going to make a killing at the box office. No doubt about it whatsoever. James Cameron knows how to make $2 billion movies. Now, Avatar 2, do I think it'll make $2 billion? I don't know, but it'll probably be at least, I'm going to say at least 1.7, 1.8 billion for that movie. And then we'll kind of have to see going from there. But like I said, Avatar, when it came out, was visually stunning. It kind of changed the way the game was going with movies as far as special effects go. And guys like him, George Lucas, they're always pushing the bar when it comes to special effects. And I think that's what made Avatar so visually stunning. I did enjoy the story of Avatar also. I know a lot of people, especially on the YouTube world, they kind of bash Avatar. I really enjoyed Avatar. I know Odin's movie Blood. I know he hates it. He hates that movie worse than The Last Jedi. I don't know how, but he just does. But I like Odin. Good channel, good guy. But anyway, going back to this, I think that it won't ever, none of these movies are going to come close to breaking Endgame's record. For one thing, he's making part 2, part 3, part 4, and part 5. There's really no conclusion there until you get to part 5. And by the time part 5 comes out, that'll be 2027. Now, if we have higher movie ticket prices then, because inflation is a real thing, maybe it'll break the record. We'll have to see, but that's a lot of sequels. I mean, part 5 of any movie franchise, for the most part, really hasn't done well. Not a lot of part 5s in any movie franchise. Even if you take the Alien franchise, and he made a great Alien movie also. Alien 5, what is Alien 5? I'm not even sure. I think Alien 5 may have been like Prometheus maybe, or maybe Alien Covenant. I don't remember. But those movies aren't even on the same level as the originals. You have to probably go to like horror movies to see movies where they have that many sequels. But I'm never going to doubt James Cameron. James Cameron is the guy that you just cannot doubt. He is an innovative filmmaker. He knows exactly what he's doing. I just don't think that these movies, these Avatar movies, are going to break box office records as far as Avengers Endgame style or the first Avatar style. I think there's a good chance, though, he can probably get 2 of these movies over 2 billion. I almost have no doubt about that. I would say definitely, because by the time these movies come out, movie ticket prices are going to be higher. So I have no doubt probably all of these movies will do over 2 billion. Because for one thing, Disney is in charge now too. This isn't a Fox franchise anymore. So Disney, they're probably going to go all out pushing Avatar, because you saw what they did. They scheduled the Avatar movies every other year, and they have Star Wars sandwiched in between there. So they don't want Avatar competing with the Benioff and Weiss Star Wars movies, even though I think the Avatar movies are going to be way better than those Star Wars movies. So they're going to make a lot of money at the box office. Disney is not in the business of, crushing their own big movies. Their flagship movies for the foreseeable future is going to be Avatar, and it's going to be Star Wars. Now, the MCU movies, they're not coming out in December, and all these movies are coming out in December. So I'm just talking about their December releases. That's their flagship movies. They're going to make these movies succeed. But I just don't know if any of these movies are actually going to break all-time box office records. I don't know. And there was also something in this article here saying that, yes, it says a 4th and 5th Avatar film are scheduled for 2024 and 2027 respectively, but only if the next 2 light it up at the box office. I don't have any doubt that these Avatar movies, Avatar 2 and 3, are going to light it up at the box office. No doubt about it. This is James Cameron. James Cameron is not on the sidelines for this. He is up front and center. He is making these movies. He's writing, he's directing. These movies are going to do very well at the box office, whether you like Avatar or not. When James Cameron is doing all 3, the man has never had a flop. Terminator Dark Fate, he's not really writing that movie, he's producing, so that's something completely different. But when James Cameron writes, directs, produces, it's gonna be box office gold. And I really do think he's gonna make very, very good movies. But that's just my thoughts on this. What are your thoughts on this? James Cameron, Avatar sequels. Do you think that any of these movies have a chance to break Avengers Endgame's record? Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me, and we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.